we have studied first part of the first part of our subject, that is principles of genetics. From today we are going to study a second part of our subject, that is principles of plant breeding. What is plant breeding, how plant breeding takes place, and how new varieties of each and every crop are produced by using the different techniques of plant breeding. So, first chapter is objective of plant breeding. Lecture number 11, objectives of plant breeding. In this chapter, we are going to study definition of plant breeding, how plant breeding takes place, how plant breeding subject came into existence. For plant breeding, which are the steps or fields of plant breeding? To have a plant breeding of any crop, which are the steps which are used for plant breeding? Then what are the main objectives of plant breeding? Means what we have to achieve from plant breeding process. So in this chapter we are going to study what is plant breeding. Plant breeding is the production of new varieties of any crops which are of economical use to the mankind. Means new varieties are formed by the plant breeder by using different techniques, and these new varieties must be of economical use for mankind, and the varieties of any crop must be genetically 100% pure. So 100% pure varieties, genetically 100% pure varieties of any crop are produced, and these varieties must have characters which are of useful to the mankind. In olden days, in human cultivation, different varieties of different crops were used, and people used to borrow the seed from anywhere from where they get the seed, and these seeds were not tested for germination, for pest and disease attack, or they were not tested for the moisture present in the seed. So after sowing these seeds, our field or our farm, the germination percentage was not good. On the farm, crop germinated was not in uniform condition. It was not uniformly germinated throughout the field, and that's why heavy losses were there in the yield of that crop. So yield of the crop was not good. But after some days, some peoples, they started selection of superior plants and superior seeds were collected and preserved. This was done according to their own skill and imagination. And these superior seeds which are preserved were used for sowing of the crop in next generation. So this process was according to the skill of the people which were preserving the seeds of these crops. So skill or art or imagination of the people was used for having or preservation of seeds of any crops. But when later scientist Mendel discovered the sex in the plants, he formulated the law of inheritance and stated that genetical characters of any individual plant are transferred in next generation. So character of an individual goes from one generation to another generation, and these characters are transferred by genes which are present on the chromosomes. So Mendel discovered sex in plant and he stated the law of inheritance and showed that how characters of an individual are transferred from one generation to another generation. So study of flowers, flowering parts, male sex organ, female sex organ, viability of male and female sex organ. These all factors were studied under the science, and this science was then used for developing the new varieties. So plant breeding was firstly a pure art and skill of human beings, but then it became a science. So the science was used in the plant breeding. After the use of science, then for multiplication of plants and for formation of new varieties, different techniques were used by different scientists, and these techniques were economical to produce the seeds of any crop variety in larger quantity. So these techniques are used because seed must be produced largely in a very economic condition. Means the price of seed must not be more, because farmers pay less price for the seed. Means farmers should get the seed at very less price. So different techniques were used for production of seeds of different varieties, and then a plant breeding become a technology. So plant breeding nowadays is defined as a plant breeding is an art, science and a technology of developing superior varieties which are of economical use for mankind. So definition of plant breeding. Plant breeding is an art, science and a technology of developing genetically superior varieties which are of economical utility to mankind. Means seeds which are produced by plant breeding techniques must be economical, and by use of these seeds the crop of farmers must yield more and farmers must get more benefit. So it must be of economical utility to mankind and animals also. Then field of plant breeding. Field of plant breeding means how plant breeding is done and how seeds are produced by using plant breeding. So there are 3 steps in plant breeding. When a new variety of a crop is produced, so first step is collection of germplasm. What is germplasm? Germplasm is collection of different varieties of a single crop. It is a collection. Different varieties of a single crop are collected by the plant breeder, and these seeds and varieties are maintained by the breeder for several years. Wild varieties, mutational varieties, all types of varieties of that crop is maintained by the plant breeder, and when he have to produce a new variety, then the variety for production of new variety is used from this collection of germplasm. So this germplasm collection of varieties is maintained, and character of each variety is studied by the plant breeder, and according to the need of the character in new variety, varieties are selected for breeding from this collection of germplasm. So collection of germplasm becomes a source for the production of new variety of a crop. Then after using the varieties from germplasm, by using different breeding techniques, a new variety is produced by the plant breeder. So breeding techniques are used to produce new variety by plant breeder. There are 2 types of breeding techniques: general breeding technique and special breeding techniques. In general breeding techniques, new varieties of crop are produced by pure line selection or by mass selection method or by hybridization. So these techniques are used, general techniques are used to produce new variety. In special breeding methods, different breeding methods which are artificially conducted by the plant breeder, are used. That methods are tissue culture method, genetic engineering means genes are changed in the plant by genetic engineering. Then polyploidy breeding, mutational breeding. By these breeding methods, by use these plant, new varieties of plants are produced. So special breeding methods are mutational breeding, tissue culture, genetical engineering, and polyploidy breeding. So in second step, by using these breeding methods, new varieties are produced by plant breeder. After the production of new variety, these seeds are multiplied and genetically pure multiplication is done. Means multiplied seeds must be genetically pure, 100% pure. So purity of genetical purity of seed is maintained and seeds are multiplied, and then these seeds are distributed to farmers in different environmental conditions, and tests are made whether the variety is good yielding. It must not have a toxic effect on human body and animal body. So they must be good and they must not be toxic. So these tests are made and seeds are multiplied by different techniques. So third step is multiplication of seed or seed production techniques, by seed production techniques. So these seeds are multiplied in 5 steps. First steps, nuclear seed is produced by plant breeder. Then this nuclear seed is used to produce breeder seed. So nuclear seed and breeder seed are produced under the guidance of plant breeder. Then this breeder seed is distributed in different areas for multiplication, and by sowing breeder seed, then we get the seed produced, which are called as foundation seed. From breeder seed, foundation seeds are produced. When foundation seeds are sown, then the seed which are produced are called as certified seeds. So first step is nuclear seed, second breeder seed, third foundation seed, fourth certified seed, and fifth step is truthful seed. So after the multiplication of seed in different steps, then we get large quantity of seed production, and these seeds are supplied for the farmers for sowing in their fields. So in these 3 steps, seeds are produced of different varieties. So what is the aim and objective of plant breeding? What are the objectives of plant breeding? There are several objectives which we achieve from plant breeding or formation of new varieties. So first objective is we should get higher yield from each variety of crop. So higher yield, to get higher yield is a objective number 1. We must get higher yield and higher profits from the every varieties of crop. So crop varieties which will give higher yield are produced. Then second objective is quality of seed. Quality of seed must be good. Quality of seed must have good taste. Baking quality of seed must be more in wheat. Then malting quality in fruit and vegetable must be good. Then cooking quality in some crops like rice must be good. Then there must be more percentage of proteins in pulse crops. In oil crops there must be more percentage of oil. So for getting the good economic use, the quality of seed is improved. So improved quality of seed is a second objective. Then third objective is biotic resistance. Means each varieties which are produced for crops must have biotic resistance. It means that it must be resistance to disease and insect attack. So crop varieties must be disease and insect resistance. Means it must tolerate the disease and insect attack. So it is called as biotic resistance. Then fourth object is abiotic resistance. Means crop varieties which are produced must not have harmful effect due to environmental factors such as wind, rain, heavy rain, frost, cold, more heat, more temperature. So these environmental factors must not have adverse effect on the growth of the plant variety. Then fifth object is to develop early varieties of crops. When a crop variety having earliness, character of earliness is used, then these varieties will yield more in adverse drought conditions. They will have less lifetime, and when a soil moisture is good, is enough, and these crops will come quickly for harvesting, and they will avoid from drought conditions. They will get avoided from drought conditions. And when crop varieties of earliness are used for sowing, then in a period of 1 year, many crops of short duration we may take in a period of 1 year. crops of short duration. Many crops, one after another, may be taken in a duration of 1 year in a same field. Then objective number 6 is photo and thermo insensitivity. Means a crop varieties must not be adversely affected by more temperature and more sunlight. Then objective number 7 is synchronous maturity. Synchronous maturity means maturity at one time. All crops which is sown in the field must mature at same time. So uniform maturity throughout the field is important for harvesting the crop at one time. So it will support the good harvesting of crop. Then objective number 8 is desirable agronomic traits. Desirable agronomic traits. So in each and every crop, according to the use of man, desirable characters must be achieved in that crop varieties. Example, fodder crop must have good height, more branching, more tillering, and size of leaves must be more. So fodder crops needs more height. But rice, wheat, green gram, black gram, these pulse crops and cereal crops must have shorter height. So desirable character changes from crop to crop, and these desirable characters which are of economical use must be introduced in the crop varieties. Then objective number 9, removal of toxic compounds. Each and every crop variety of any crop may have some toxic substances in them, and these toxic substances must be removed or must be minimized, and these toxic substances should not be harmful for animal and man. Then objective number 10, wider adaptability. A variety of any crop must be adaptable to any environment, any type of environmental conditions. Means they must be grown in different environmental conditions and must give good yield. They must be economically suitable for growth and development. So plant varieties must be wider adaptable. Then some other characters must be introduced in the new varieties. Example, pod shedding in some crops, ball bursting and cotton shedding in cotton must be avoided. cotton shedding must be avoided, pod shedding must be avoided. Some crops which come for harvesting in rainy seasons, they must have dormancy period. Dormancy period must be there when crops comes to harvest. At the time of harvesting, if rain occurs or climatic conditions are adverse, then the seeds of these crops must not germinate in standing crops. So they must have dormancy period. So these are the different objectives which we have to get in different new varieties which are produced by the technique of plant breeding.